And here we have Swamp Thing. And then here is Flash Gordon, the older version of it. Here is some Star Trek. I think I might have. Did we already do this when I did the tour? We might have. These are neat. These are Lords of Light and Animax figures. And then and here is. Hold on, close. Bionic 6. Some neat metal figures. Very, very, very unusual at the time when these came out for them to be made out of metal and combination of metal and plastic. And then this is Precinct, Space Precinct or something. Yep, Space Precinct. These are also these are mostly found in the UK. Secret Wars. Dungeons and Dragons. I should remember the name, but I don't. Jurassic Park. Xena. This is the other Voltron. Panache Place Voltron, I think it is. And then these are Starcom. These are various Mego figures, Dukes of Hazzard, and a few other lines. Here we have things like MASH and Love Boat and Chips, and so again sort of some of the older figure lines put together. And at the very bottom here, man, I don't recognize it. I see what on earth? Oh, Beast Wars. Those are Beast Wars. What were they called? Do you remember what their name? Made by Playmates. Oh, there's and their neat dinosaur range. I can't remember their name. And then we have Planet Power, Captain Planet. There's Captain Planet and his buddies. Oh yeah, this is Highlander and Highlanders and their Highlander figures. And then here we have Stargate. And see, with the Off-Striker wannabe, or not wannabe, it is an Off-Striker, it's just repainted for and this is like the Bantha from Star Wars. And here we have Men in Black. This is Men in Black. I thought I saw some strange aliens in there. Okay, so Men in Black. And then, okay, here we have, you remember the Ultraman, the older Ultraman figures I showed you earlier today that were in the closet? These are the later ones. Oops, that didn't mean for these. Yeah, some of these are I forgot. Oh man, I wish I had their some packaging in here so I can remember the name of them. Oh, these are just, okay, these are figures to, if anybody happens to be playing with the sail barge, they can take figures away or add figures to it. And here, oh, these are Star Wars mini play sets. Fast. Okay, oh, these are old, oh, the Mego figures. What were they called? Micronauts. Okay, so here are some of the older A-Team figures. And here's the older A-Team van from the 1980s. What's inside there? Something inside there. And I also have MASH pieces. And here's another A-Team. Ooh, don't break there. Another A-Team vehicle. And this also is A-Team. And a bunch of, and also I also have 8 foreign A-Teams from other countries. And here is, but that's not A-Team, is it? I don't remember. Somebody would know. This is. Oops, put that back in. Helicopter. Pull out. There are the blades for it. That's 18. And here's the Chips motorcycle and all sorts of stuff. So let me see the 18. Here's some of the 18 figures. Oh man, here's one that I can fix it. Luckily, oh wow, look at that. The hook, the hook. What's it called?
T-hook.
The T-hook is made out of plastic instead of metal. Here are some bins that we've started to pull out of this bathroom and closet. This room isn't used obviously right now. Instead, I'm using it for Joe's. Here you have some convention items. This is all stuff from the UK and Europe. Here's another base. Here's another base. These are APCs and various other items from Europe. Here, these bins are. I'm not going to take these out. There's more convention items. Convention, and looks like convention. Oh no, those are Gobots. Those are the Gobot vehicles at the bottom. Action Force items for dioramas. There's a few more Robo Skulls and Red Snakes, and I don't know what's down farther. There's a whole bunch of neat stuff. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you too. Over here, we didn't look at any of this stuff. A prototype water moccasin. Let me take this one down. Put it right here. Here I have a setup of Slaughter's Marauders and Tiger Force. One of my favorite series that I completed just recently was there is the American Sergeant Slaughter. Here's the Brazilian Sergeant Slaughter. Here is the Fun School Sergeant Slaughter, and just recently I won the Canadian Sergeant Slaughter. So now I have all 4 Sergeant Slaughters that were made. I like Sergeant Slaughter. And okay, so here we have Action Force items, SAS diorama building items. I have on my display I only have one of each item. If there are more than one item, it's because they're a variation, and then extras for building dioramas are in here. So those are the SAS. Then here, these are early Action Force from 1982. Their vehicles, and then here we have. Okay, these are nice. These are. I finally got a complete set of the German variation Palatoy figures and vehicles, and some of them are on display, but I didn't have room for all of the ones on display. I didn't have room for all of them, so some of them ended up in this bin. And then here, these are. It says Action Force Transition. Let's see what's in here. Okay. Don't know. They're not all Action Force Transition. I guess I added some other Panthers in here. And then here we have more real Joes. What's in here? Oh, okay. Now we're just getting to the regular European Joe thing, sort of like the other bins we just looked at a minute ago, but I didn't open. And here is here's Space Force from Palatoy. Again, more army building items. Some more. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess here right there are 5 red hisses. Another Robo Skull. Here we have some more Robo Skulls, some more red hisses, some more shadow tracks. And here, what do I have here? Well, this is more UK stuff. Colin, I have another UK whale here. When I was doing whales the other day, see how different the coloring is on, for instance, on these sets, the boxes. Besides the lettering, the coloring is just so much different on these. And then last, what is this one? Oh, there's just more random stingers and other items from Europe. As I mentioned earlier, I don't have my Transformers anymore, but they went to a good home, so I don't regret it. But what I did keep were my Gobots, and I actually, personally, my sons like Transformers better, but I like Gobots better. So there's one set. And I sort of customized these boxes for them, and I cut out pieces from their packaging so that we knew which ones they were and which ones go in here. So when the kids put them away after playing with them, it would be easier. And let's see here what we got in this one. In this one we have, oh, in this case I didn't do that, but there they are. Oops, here are some more. I can't remember the name of this one, but There's two. There's a big one and a little one. I really like these figures. There we go. See. It's interesting that Transformers look better, in my opinion, as a transformer rather than as a vehicle, whereas Gobots look better as vehicles rather than as robots. But they marketed them. They marketed them in the opposite way. Transformers in the box were in their vehicle form, but they actually turned into really cool robots, whereas Gobots, for the most part, had in the package in their robot form, which was not as nice as and they transformed into really cool vehicles. So they sort of, in my opinion, they did it backwards, both companies. So here are more Gobots. And more Gobots. Is this going to get too high for you? Don't we? There's more. For some reason, I put all their accessories in here. It's going to be hard. I'll never know. I have to. Hopefully, someone's written a book on Gobots. And then here, the very first one we saw was the good guy, armored. What's this? Armored road power warrior setup, and this is the grungy, the bad guy one. And then here, last but not least, the Rock Lords. And there's some of them. And they also transform into really neat robots. Well, no, I shouldn't say really neat robots. I should say fun. They're fun. They're not. There's more Rock Lords.
So their transform state is just a rock?
Uh-huh. They're part of the Gobot line.
Interesting.
Yeah, somebody came up and said, let's just do a bunch of rocks and have them transform into robots. And then this is another set of Bionic 6. Oh, there isn't one more Gobot box here. I missed. Oh, these are, these are Rock Lords and what, Gnarlies. I think those are called Gnarlies. I can't remember for sure. And then over here, I also forgot. I used to have a lot of them in this case, but then I ended up putting them in here because these are not really user friendly as far as storage. But there's a whole bunch of the earlier ones. I can see what I mean. You have to really have little fingers to get them out. So the rest of them are there. So this is a complete run of U.S. Gobots. There are other Gobots from international Gobots, but I never collected them. By that time, when I found out about international things, I was just doing Joes, and so for these, I just stuck to what we had when they first came out. These are all the things that went with Gobots. Not all of them. There's also a base that's upstairs, but the smaller vehicles that went with Rock Lords or with Gobots are in this bin. So there, now that's all the Gobots.
So they're made by Tonka? Is that what I see on there?
Yes.